Hi everyone, my name is Devorah Leah Rosenfeld, and I was the editor, served as the editor for this book, among others, called I Have a Jewish Name. This is a topic I've never seen in a children's book before, and we wanted to make the most of the opportunity to use and show as many Jewish names as we could through the making of this book. In the story, we use a number of Jewish names as examples, but on the end papers, we included another few hundred names so that we could allow children to find their own names. And of course, if they don't find their name, they can write it here on this name tag, especially as a book plate to show the book belongs to them. What I especially love about this book is that every page gives new information on the topic of Jewish names. We start off by showing a variety of Jewish names in Hebrew and in Yiddish. We talk about the fact that parents know exactly which name to give to their baby when the time comes, that Jewish girl babies get their name at an Aliyah to the Torah, and Jewish boys get their name at a bris. So on every page there's something new to learn and to discover about Jewish names. We also have some names featured written in Hebrew letters, and some pages have the names written in English. We show a very fun page. This is a fun page to design. We wanted to show children in their schools learning how to write their names. And here the text reads, do you have just one name, or maybe you have two, or even 3 or 4 or more that all belong to you? It's a lot harder to write your name when you have 5 separate names. And this was fun too. We have a rhyming name. This little girl is Chasha Masha Razel Basha, which a lot of people think is their favorite name in the whole book. Of course, no book on Jewish names would be complete without showing the Mesiras Nefesh of the Yidden in Mitzrayim, when they kept their Jewish names and they didn't use Egyptian names at all. So I hope everybody understands a little more about how we put these books together and how valuable they are and how much information is inside. Besides the fun of reading it, you'll be learning at the same time.
Hi friends, I'm Rachel Forrest and I wrote this book. Every year I start teaching kindergarten, and the very first thing I teach my students is about their Jewish names. And I always wanted a book to use when I was teaching, but it didn't exist. So I wrote one. But I kind of feel like I just scribbled some words. It took a talented artist like Dina Ackerman and the entire team at Hachayv Publishing, especially Mrs. Devorah Leah Rosenfeld, to turn this into a book, into a beautiful book. And that's why you're going to hear from them too. I have a Jewish name. I have a special Jewish name. Now tell me about you. Do you have a Jewish name like lots of people do? You might have a Hebrew or a Yiddish sounding name, and though each name is different, there's something that's the same. If you're a girl, then you were named when the Torah is read. If you're a boy, then you were named at your bris instead. Hashem tells brand new parents which name was meant for you. Somehow after you were born, your parents simply knew. Your neshama hears that name. It echoes deep inside. And that Jewish name of yours is one you'll use with pride. Do you have a short name? Or one that's really long? Does your Jewish name mean life, or happiness, or song? Is your name in the Torah a famous name of old? Does your name have a story that you like to be told? Are you named after someone special, 'cause your parents loved them so? A Bubby, Zadie, or a friend from not so long ago? I was named after my great-grandmother Menucha Rachel, who was born in the city of Hebron. Do you have just one name? Or maybe you have 2, or even 3 or 4 or more that all belong to you. Way back in Mitzrayim, a land that was so strange, the Jews all kept their Jewish name, and they refused to change. If someone isn't feeling well, and we turn to Hashem, we use that person's Jewish name when davening for them. I have a special Jewish name, and I'm so glad I do. When I grow up, I'll give one to my own baby too.